We are Team Graceful Gazelles for DataFest 2021, and we picked the topic of crime and drugs for this competition. We try to answer the question, can we connect the illegal use of drugs reported by the survey to the FBI crime statistics in the US for 2019? The first data source that we use is the reported violent crime rate in the US in 2019 by the FBI. We were able to simply get the state and crime rate per 100,000 people. Then we literally mapped the data by state, which is easier to look at and going to be useful later on. The second resource that we used provided survey data on non-medical use of prescription drugs in the US in 2019. We wrangled the data and got interested in feature DUST-8. This one. That asked if a person was ever involved in any illegal activity related to drugs, like possession, manufacturing, or trading. Values are 1 if yes and 0 if no. We managed to summarize the data by state so that we can see how many people in total answered positively to the question in every state they were involved in any illegal activity, that is. Then we acquired additional geographical data to map the states on our existing graph. As a result, we have a map that shows the crime rate as well as any illegal drug-related activity. From this, we can see that in most states, general crime activity doesn't imply specifically that activity is related to illegal drugs. The big circles are like areas where illegal drug activity is really common, and heavy blue regions are with a really high crime rate. Then we got interested, we acquired more data from the FBI on arrests for drug abuse violations by region. It includes the percentage of sales and possession of drugs in each region compared to the total. From here we can see that the large amount of drug sales are happening northeast here. And the possession, though, is much more common in the west. So the sales of, we compared the most common one is heroin and cocaine, and most sales happen in northeast, while the illegal possession is usually in the west, probably manufacturing. And back to the graph, we can see that in fact a lot of illegal drug activities, big circles, happen to be in the northeast, while to the west there are less of them. However, the crime rates are higher, which means that probably manufacturing and storing of drugs most likely happen in the west, but then it's distributed across the country to the north and then it's sold there, because a lot of drug-related activity, big red circles, usually in the northeast. And this is the conclusion that we came in our research. Thanks for listening.